What is up, guys? Circonflexes here with another mod pack, this time for patch 9.2. I'm gonna quickly run you through what the mod pack has in it. There's a couple of changes compared to the last one. Not that many, we just added another mod basically. And so yeah, let's get right to it. Once you've downloaded the RAR file using my media file link in the description below, you will, if you open the RAR file, you will get my Circon Modpack 9.2, and within there, there's these 4 files. Now the xvm.xc is just the config file. It's just there whenever you maybe potentially screw up your config or whatever, you can use it again. Just handy. Mod setting is there for the tank, for the garage carousel. But that is not in the modpack at the moment. It is just the settings for it, so don't bother with that just yet. That's the only mod that is not in here right now that might be added later, because that's the only mod that has been reported that it crashes a bit. So, and as it has no impact on the actual gameplay, I thought I'll just release it like this, and we'll add the garage tank carousel later. What I'll probably do is add a separate link in the description on YouTube if you want to add the tank carousel. The tank carousel is basically the thing that adds multiple layers to your garage, where you can find your tanks a lot easier if you happen to have like a billion of them. Or like, it's just really easy. So I'll definitely start using it once it's less buggy. So in any case, you will have all of these 0.9.2 mod settings and XVM. What you're gonna need to do is go to your World of Tanks folder on your computer. For me, that's on a computer, on my e-disk. You go to World of Tanks, and in there's always a res mods folder. If you double click that, you will see all of the all of the patches you've used mods for, basically. Before using the mod pack, you might want to save it, so you can always go back to whatever you had before. So it makes things a little bit easier. In any case, you're gonna have to want to empty your 9.2 folder just in case, because there's several mods in my mod pack, and if you already have some, it might conflict. So make sure it's all empty and have them saved somewhere else so you can always reuse them. So you're gonna drag and drop all of these like this, all of these straight in there. That's all you have to do. Don't put it in any map, just put it in the res mods folder map or folder, or whatever you want to call it. That's all you have to do. Then you're already done. Then you're like, hey, yes. And starting from the patch 9.0 on XVM, you now have to activate it to get your stats. So you're gonna want to go to www.modxvm.com/en if you want an English one, which you can click here, different languages. You're gonna have to log in with your Wargaming account, so it's super safe, don't worry about it, and you have to activate it. See how it says deactivate here? You have to activate it to get the stats. So once you've done that, everything should work just fine. And you're gonna use my config file and everything, so my XVM settings. So I'm just gonna show you guys what that all has in the screenshots here. So let's just see here. Also, and this reminds me, Jimbo's has a lot of different variants of how it can look like in-game. If you want what I have, which is the 2 blue circles, which is like from an older Jimbo's version basically, you see the central marker here and the dispersion indicator, all that stuff. If you change that, that will also change how Jimbo's look. So if you want exactly what I want, just copy and paste, just take a screenshot, copy and paste it, and use that. So I use the same ones in Arcade and in Sniper View. But so there's probably some confusion there for people that have downloaded my mod pack before that don't look the same. Their Jimbos doesn't look the same. So make sure you have these settings as well. Of course, you can also click something else and you can change any game. This is in the garage. If you're in game, you can see like in real time what it's gonna change like, so that you might want to load up in like a load tier and check it out. So once you're in there, as you can see, the tank carousel doesn't work just yet. But we also have now, and that is something we did not have in the last mod pack for 9.1 and below, is the session stats mods. And session stats records whatever you've been doing that day until you reset, or until I think the server resets or something like that. Which is I think 5 in the morning or something. I've done it with a 36-hour live stream. So You can see the total of battles, the damage you've done that day, the frags, the skills obviously, the spotting, defense points, XP, total credits earned, and on average what you've done. And this just is really nice to see, because sometimes like, you have a bad day, but then statistically you're doing fine. You're like, oh, well, maybe it's not so bad. So it's pretty cool to see. That's a new addition to the modpack for this patch. You also see that Axiom is here in the notification center. The status is now active, and that is because we activated it on the website of Axiom. Remember to activate your Axiom. Don't forget this step. So if it says something like bad token, it has a link. Just go to there, log in and activate, and it should work on your next battle. So don't forget to log in, guys. It's important. Also, what is new in this modpack is the server reticle overlay. Basically, for those who have maybe tried playing with a server reticle, if you play with a server reticle, it shows your aiming circle is where the server thinks it is. You can see it instead of how you perceive it to be. It's a bit weird, but there's always a little bit of lag. And I know a lot of people have gone around corners and stuff and shot the wall instead of the tank. Well, this kind of stops that. But what you need to do is actually enable it, and don't enable optic effects in sniper mode and all that stuff. So once you log into a battle, you will see that your XVM is working. You can tell by all the lovely colors here and your chance to win. So you can see the stats, the amount of games played, whatever their WN7 is. The session stats in WN8. In-game I use WN7 because I prefer that, because with WN8 there's a lot more bloated stats and stuff. So yeah, I don't like using it. The third one is your win rate on your overall account, not the tank. So you can see what you're up against basically, and the chance to win doesn't really matter, but it's there. So once you see this, you know your XVM is correctly activated and stuff like that. So once you're in the game, you will see that you will first see all the names here and stuff. You can change that by going in here, but some people have been asking that as well. How can you change how this looks like? So in the beginning of the game it looks like this, and then later in the game it looks slightly different. You can also press tab to see obviously see your team as always, but with XVM you can check what kind of players are left and stuff like that, and what their skill is basically. If you press control, the minimap will pop out, and the pop out means that it's easier to indicate or ping the map instead of having to go to the corner with your mouse and stuff like that. So that's really handy. The view range is here. The yellow one is your maximum view range. I'm not sure what the red one is. I'm pretty sure somebody in the comments will tell me, but yeah. I only have it in lower tier tank, so I'm not sure what it is. The blue one is your actual view range. And the blue one will actually change if, for example, you're using binos, and if you stand still long enough, it will give you an increase of, I think it was, I don't know, 25 or 50% increase in your view range, or something like that. And then you will see that this will pop till further away. So that's really handy, and that's something that's in Axiom for the last patch or so. It's pretty new, so that's pretty cool to have. So once the game starts, for me it looks like this, and again you have to change it on the top left here. Just press control and use your mouse. And you'll see that Jimbos is working with my server reticle. The server reticle is these dots in purple. This is your server reticle, so this is where the server is telling it is like seeing where you're aiming. So what you will notice is that once you aim to the left, for example, the reticle will slightly go behind it, and then you know, alright, it's okay to shoot. So that's really handy, and again, don't forget to activate it in your stats, like I said earlier in the video. Once you're zoomed in, you will see them a bit clearer. What you will also note is that there's no shadows or goofy colors. It's still the same, and that's because I also have the shadow scope removal, I think it's called. So you don't have any shadows here, you don't have any blue weird stuff going on here. So it's nice and clean. And yeah, it's very nice. Some people don't even notice it that it's in my modpack, but I think it helps a lot. So once you've been doing some damage, Axiom will also tell you what your total damage is, what kind of hits you've been doing, and against who, and it will give like a small skull if you kill them, stuff like that. So during the game you can see how well you've done so far. So yeah, that's also an addition that was already in the last one as well. So yeah, that is the mod pack. Don't forget to just copy and paste, activate XVM, turn on colorblind mode, and it will all be fine. If you don't like colorblind mode and you want to go back to just red enemies, but you like the rest of the mod pack, you can upload your XVM config. And I'm going to show you where you can do that. You can find the config if you double click on XVM, go to configs. Oh, there we go. And it is the xvm.xc. This is what changes the enemies to purple, and has my preferences in there for XVM. If you want to change anything about that, but keep the rest of the mod pack, if you go to the XVM website, you'll see a configuration editor. Just go there. It looks like this, and you can change everything you want. Like literally, like everything. You can change the colors to yellow and black or something. I don't know what you guys want. You can all change it there. What you do is you open, and then you click on my config. If you just want to start fresh, you can do that as well, and you can save it here, and then you put the saved xvm.xc back into the config file and replace this one, and then you will have your own XVM config. And this is really handy because if you do it once, it basically works forever. So if once you find whatever you like, make sure you just save it somewhere else as well, so you don't accidentally delete it. So don't forget to do that as well. And yeah, that is my mod pack for now. And oh, I almost forgot, there's also a zoom out mod, so you can zoom it out further, allowing you to see better around corners. I almost forgot that. So again, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this mod pack. I will put in all the links for all the separate mods I use, and so if you like just one portion of it, just go to the one download link, download it there, and put it in your mod file. Alright, so yeah, and don't forget, I don't make any of these mods, guys. You should go towards them. Some of them have donation stuff or Patreon website, so, or just thank them, you know. I don't make them, I just put a mod pack together because there's a lot of people watching and they want to play just in the same config as me. In any case, hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget, I made mod packs for every single patch. Some are maybe a little bit later than usual or whatever, because I'm waiting on all of these mods to get updated. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in 9.3 again, and thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.